simply because this class is a very unique and special group of people. The past 4 years presented many challenges and many obstacles, all which needed to be conquered so we could move on to bigger and better things. Because of a lot of hard work, time, and dedication that each of us has put in, varsity jackets, and proved to be a united group in the battle of the classes when we won many events and were just thrilled to somehow beaten the so-called big seniors then. And this proved to us to be a united group. As we moved up to upperclassmen, our junior year presented much work, fundraising, and entertainment. We started out quite successfully, working the concession stand at the football games and providing a kickoff dance with our own DJ Moons. And believe me, that was a lot of fun, and all of this class will remember it. We ended the year with taking our SATs and preparing for what seemed to be a never-ending or never-preparing come to senior year, which ended up being an extremely fun year for all of us. This past year was filled with highlights. As we look back, I'm sure you'll treasure all the memories. Homecoming '85, A Night of Your Dreams. The senior play, Little Abner, which so many people put in long hours and late nights, and we thought we'd never pull it off, but we did. Halloween and parading around the different schools, our Santagrams, Santa Claus, and our very own decorated Palisades Christmas tree. Sleigh riding and cafeteria trays, morning announcements, nighttime deadlines, yearbook deadlines, and finally ending the year at our awards assembly, receiving our long-awaited yearbooks, and a very special evening that we'll all remember, one more night up at Singers as our prom. For the very last time, and we owe great thanks to many people who have helped and guided us in the right direction in the last 4 years. Thank you, coaches and advisors, for all the time you put in and made our extracurricular activities what they were. Thank you, administration, for keeping our school running smoothly. And thank you, faculty and teachers, for not only educating us, but for being there for us always and for being our friends. I'd like to make a special thanks to special friends of mine who are sitting up in the stands. They've already been through the ceremony. And I'd just like to let them know that they've definitely showed me what true friendship was. They always stood by me, and they always give me advice and help me when I need it. And I just want to let them know that I love them dearly. And finally, I'd like to thank my family who has supported me in everything that I have done, especially my mother and father, who have always cheered me on, advised me, supported me, shared my success and my defeats. They truly are the two greatest people in the world, and I can't express how much I love them. To look back on everything we've been through together. High school proved to be 4 of the best and most memorable years of our lives. We will remember the many good times we've had, along with the more difficult times. We have all grown up a great deal since we entered Nanuet High School. We have had some of our most trying times throughout the past 4 years, but with the help and encouragement of our teachers, family, and friends, we managed to pull through. Just think back to some of those traditional teenage problems that we've all experienced in some way. Remember the hours spent on the phone talking to a friend about that special summer.
If my dreams are strong enough, if I just work long enough, I can be anything.
our lives, the first 12 years of our formal education and learning. However, our learning is by no means over. On the contrary, the most important part of our learning begins now when we leave high school for college or other places, where learning is an ongoing process that continues throughout our lives. And I'm speaking not only of the learning which is obtained through formal education, in universities or in other institutions of learning, but also of that which can be gained only through life's experiences. Therefore, our high school graduation should be seen not as an end in itself, but as a stepping stone to higher goals. We are leaving these familiar halls and spaces to enter a new period of self-discovery. As individuals, all of us are different and possess unique talents and abilities, and it is up to each of us to seek them out and develop them. It is important to keep an open mind at this time as opportunities are presented to us and we choose our different paths for them. I think that it is also important not to be limited.
Education. Dr. Fleetner, Mr. Burke, members of the faculty and administration, honored guests, parents, and members of the graduating class of 1985. This afternoon I have a gift for all of you graduates. My talk will be short. I am keeping it short because I fully realize how eager you are to get on with it. You are eager to get those diplomas for which you have worked so hard. You are eager to join your families and your friends, to share your joys with them. You are eager to get started with your plans for the future. And this is as it should be, where graduation, far from being an end, is the beginning of all your tomorrows. Over the past 13 years, you have worked and studied, practiced and played, and grown. Grown mentally as well as physically. And I know this very well. I've known most of you since kindergarten. Many years ago, when you began kindergarten, I began a new post as principal of the George W. Miller School. And now here we are. We began together, and now we are completing together one phase of our lives. I'm retiring, and I will begin anew in pursuing many of my own personal interests. And you are graduating, ready to begin your lives as members of the adult community. For some of you, this will mean a job and the responsibilities of family living. For others, this will mean college and further years of study and preparation. Whatever course your future takes, it is my sincere hope that you will look back on your years here as having prepared you to meet and deal with the challenges that life will present. Before I offer you my final congratulations, there are some very important people who have been part of your total education that I would like to acknowledge. I would like to congratulate you parents. It hasn't been an easy 13 years for you. You've lived through the ups and downs, the successes, some failures. But you can be proud of their accomplishments, and we thank you for sending us your graduates. I would like to thank you, the taxpayers of Nanuet, for your continued support so that we are able to offer the finest educational program and facilities to our students. I would like to thank the Board of Education and our Superintendent, Dr. Fleetner, and her central office staff for their commitment, dedication, and leadership so that we were able to offer a totally comprehensive program to every student in our schools. I would like also to thank the high school faculty and the support staff, as well as all the teachers and administrators throughout the Nanuet school system for their many hours of hard work and dedication in encouraging students to reach their greatest potential. And last, but certainly not least, I would like to offer my personal as well as professional thanks to Mr. John Burke, a man with whom I have closely worked every school day for the past 9 years. He's a tough man, a fair man, an honest man. I could relate many instances that demonstrate his care and concern for his students and his school, such as the time he came down to Nyack Hospital at 1 a.m. on a Friday night to offer help to a student who had been in an accident. And of the many times he's gone out in the middle of the night to visit families of students during times of crisis. And believe me, there have been many of them over the years. Mr. Burke has never, ever backed away from responsibility for leadership. He has left an indelible stamp of excellence here at Nanuet, and he has earned my deepest respect and admiration. He's a man about whom students can say with pride, He's my kind of guy. He's my principal. And now, to all of you graduates, on behalf of myself and the faculty and staff of Nanuet High School, I wish to each and every one of you the happiness of a productive life, the respect of your fellow human beings, and the love of your family. May the future be yours. The best of luck and congratulations to my special class, the class of 1985. Thank you.
This time, it's my privilege to introduce a great man, principal of the NHS High School, Mr. John Burke.
Thank you, Susan. Before I make the formal presentation of the graduating class, I would like to call on the President of the Board of Education, Mrs. Yvette Hendrickson.
Graduates, parents, administrators, and faculty. First, I'd like to introduce the Board of Education. John Duza, Vice President. Ann Byrne. Kathy Reddy. Ron Hanson. Bill Weber. As well as your students for the past 13 years, please continue the support of the school. We thank the administration and faculty for their efforts throughout the year, and especially for the extra time spent to help that particular student in a problem or in just simply lending an ear. Some of you are retiring. We have had our ceremonies, but we thank you again for having served so well our students in our community. We will miss you. Thank you all again. Our sincerest congratulations to the graduates and their parents. God bless you all. Reach for it. And please don't fail to stop and look down and appreciate the beauty of that smallest flower. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to formally announce that each of the candidates for graduation seated before you have met the minimum requirements for a New York State diploma, a Nanuet school diploma, and a certificate. It is with great pleasure that I present the first diploma of 1985 to the president of the senior class, who graduates with Regents Honors, Susan Althea Salstrom. I will now present the graduating class. Carrie Beth Cooter, Regents Diploma. Doreen Mary Arnie, Regents Diploma with honor. Mindy Jill Silverman, Regents Diploma with honor. Julia J. Lynn, Regents Diploma with honor. Robert William Anchik, Regents Diploma. Mario Edward Diana, Regents Diploma. Keith John Paul Amitsfall. Juan Ramon Mondino. Thomas Anisi. Nicholas Alexander Arthur. Jody Michelle Arland, Regents Diploma with honors. Mary Lynn Bolton, Regents Diploma with honors. Ryan Andrew Bogard, Regents Diploma. Matthew John Bundenthal, Regents Diploma. Michael Donlin Del Pazzo, Regents Diploma. Michael DeGuardo. Paul DeVincentis, Regents Diploma. Thomas Justin Dillon, Regents Diploma. Larry Brad Drucker, Regents Diploma. James Ellingwood. Elizabeth Ann Clancy, Regents Diploma. Christine Ann Carbone, Regents Diploma. Patricia Josephine Burke, Regents Diploma with honor. Carolyn Ann Busing, Regents Diploma. Jacqueline Mary Bright, Regents Diploma. Julie Ann Bravander, Regents Diploma with honor. Noreen Ann Booth. Juan Antonio Fidalgo, Regents Diploma. Stephen Howard Fox, Regents Diploma. Jason Franklin. Wayne Anthony Franklin, Regents Diploma. James Timothy Gallagher. Wade Lance Gilston, Regents Diploma. Stephen Russ Golub, Regents Diploma with honor. Andrew Ross Gordon, Regents Diploma. Stephen Howard Dutton. Paul Henny. Sharon Faith Gelman, Regents Diploma. Barbara Christine Gavigan. Deborah Foley, Regents Diploma with honor. Stacy Ellen Fisher, Regents Diploma. Catherine Colleen Dusa, Regents Diploma. Deborah Susan DeLolio, Regents Diploma. Diana Marie DeSico, Regents Diploma with honor. Fern Dom, Regents Diploma with honor. Stephanie Allison Kulik. Carolyn Louise Cronin, Regents Diploma. Irene Rose Converse, Regents Diploma with honor. John Kenneth Tipala. David Kessler, Regents Diploma. Mark Levine, Regents Diploma. Christopher Anthony Lutz. Vincent John Massaro, Regents Diploma. Frank Anthony May. Aloysius Francis McMahon, Regents Diploma. Vasiliki Vicky Corvesis, Regents Diploma. Eva G. Calpanico. Pamela Sue Jacobson, Regents Diploma with honors. Mary Teresa Olford, Regents Diploma. Stephen Vincent Mealy. Eric Todd Molders. John Joseph Morgan, Regents Diploma with honors. John Kevin Mullins. Richard Nager. John Salvatore Nastasi. James Samuel Newfield, Regents Diploma with honors. Gregory Asanoff, Regents Diploma. Giuseppe Vicano Jr., Regents Diploma with honors. Daniel Haskell Tuckman, Regents Diploma.
Patricia Ann McElroy, Regents Diploma with honors. Provenzano. Bradley Evan Reese, Regents Diploma with honors. Joel Wayne Rosenberg, Regents Diploma. William Francis Ryan. Ethan Louis Sadinsky, Regents Diploma with honors. Jody Michael Santoro. Robert Mark Shucker, Regents Diploma. Donald Jason Semenik, Regents Diploma. Neil Shaw, Regents Diploma with honors. Persigno, Regents Diploma. Jennifer Lynn Reagan. Mary Karen Kateri Pekka Witha Powers, Regents Diploma. Angela Mary Potenza, Regents Diploma. Mary Ellen Porto, Regents Diploma. Angela Pilla, Regents Diploma. Lisa Marie Antoinette Pickford. Christina Ann Piro. Tracy Ann Novi. Andrea Ellen Moskowitz, Regents Diploma with honors. Jennifer Joan Mooney. Raymond Dominic Shine. Samir Siddiqui, Regents Diploma with honors. Alan Eric Silverman, Regents Diploma with honors. Matthew Christopher Stankard. Gerald David Stedge, Regents Diploma. Ashley M. Suzanne. Christopher B. Togren. Tucker, Regents Diploma. Jeffrey Theodore Mark Unterkoppler, Regents Diploma. Charles Louis Versace. Stephen William Ward, Regents Diploma. Maureen Catherine Wallow, Regents Diploma. Janine Stell, Regents Diploma. Hope Alicia Stark. Jennifer Tara, Regents Diploma. Teresa Mary Smith, Regents Diploma. Maureen Lawrence Smith, Regents Diploma with honors. Kelly Ann Abra Sexton. Terry Elizabeth Schmidt Morris, Regents Diploma with honors. Joanne Sheaver, Regents Diploma. Lisa Karen Savignon. Margaret Mary Ryan, Regents Diploma with honors. Richard Craig Weinstein. Lawrence Edward Weiss, Regents Diploma. Michael Joseph Weiss, Regents Diploma.
This time I'd like to introduce Superintendent of NHS Schools, Dr. Laura Fligner.
Sorry, forgive me. Victoria Lynn Woods. Kimberlyn Marie Rico, Regents Diploma. Susan Joanne Williams. Mary Isabel Walden, Regents Diploma.
Now I'd like to introduce the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Laura Fligner. Reverend clergy, members of the Board of Education, administrators and faculty, parents and friends, graduates. National magazines frequently publish opinion polls concerning the heroes and heroines of young people in America. You can guess the names which usually appear. Athletic stars who set records on the field as well as on the payroll. Rock and roll artists who make records which set records in cash receipts. Television and movie stars whose short bursts of stardom bring them instant riches, usually followed shortly thereafter by long periods of total anonymity. Fame, by which we often measure success, is most often of a fleeting nature. Today's hot property cools off rather quickly tomorrow. Their fortunes are swiftly dissipated because of the lavish, showy lives they must pursue. Graduates, I would like you to consider an altogether different kind of hero or heroine. Someone a little closer to home. In fact, someone I can describe rather well. Someone who lives in Nanuet. Last Tuesday evening, on my way to the school board meeting at Highview School, I was driving along Prospect Street toward Maine The barriers around the railroad tracks were down. It was about 7:20 in the evening, and a train pulled into the station. A number of men and women disembarked. It was a warm evening. Several people carried their jackets, along with their attaché cases and other bundles. Neckties and top buttons were loosened. Wearily, the commuters walked to their cars or continued home by foot. As the barriers lifted and I proceeded toward Highview, I noticed the softball game on the field behind the school. Children, oblivious to the cares of the world around them, were deeply involved in their game. A number of parents were seated on lawn chairs, and others who arrived during the game were obviously joining the crowd straight from their infamous return ride over the Tappan Zee Bridge. Throughout the community, there was ample evidence that parents' activities, as usual, centered around the activities of their children. I knew that the weekend would find these people doing chores around their houses, mowing their lawns, cleaning leaves, planting gardens, painting, cleaning, maintaining their properties. Groceries would be purchased, meals would be planned and prepared, music lessons, religious classes, and dental appointments would be scheduled and met. It takes a great deal of money to provide this way of life, this middle-class existence which we all take for granted. So it is that our community sends forth many of its inhabitants early each morning to far-off jobs in order to pay the bills for barbecues, property taxes, orthodontia, and your education. Doesn't sound very exciting, does it? And you'll never know how many of their dreams have been delayed, deferred, or denied because family comes first. Year in and year out, these unsung heroes and heroines support their children, their public school system, their houses of worship, and the community of Nanuet. Many of them are sitting in our audience today, proud of you, their children, you, the members of the class of 1985. Graduates this month, senators and governors at ceremonies all across the nation will exhort graduates to grow, to achieve, and to prepare to take on the world issues of hunger, poverty, disarmament, and terrorism, which we older folk have been grappling with for many years. Of course, they provide an important focus for graduation. But from me, this afternoon, take away only this slim thought. As you mold and shape your future lives, keep your memory sharp as to the daily heroism you witnessed here in Nanuet, the quiet, selfless dedication to one's family and community, which I hope you recognize and acknowledge in your own homes. However you choose to measure your future success, be sure to include commitment to others in your yardstick. The time for advice is over. The clock is ticking. And so, with the power vested in me as superintendent of schools of the Nanuet School District, I declare you graduates of Nanuet Senior High School.
Please stand for our alma mater.
up in these graduates the noble sentiment of gratitude. Gratitude to you, the very perfection of their being, for all the gifts with which thou hast endowed them. Gratitude to their parents and guardians, who possess at once the inalienable right, the bounden duty, and the sacred privilege to educate their young, whose hearts beat quick this day with the joy that follows sacrifice and self-denial. Gratitude to all the devoted teachers who in their dedicated labor exercise the sacred trust and with patience and diligence accomplish their delegation. Gratitude certainly to an interested community which affords assistance in the work of education. And finally, give to these graduates the qualities of heart and soul that will equip them to fulfill their proper function in the life and economy of this great nation. Give them the integrity, ingenuity, and dynamism to fashion a prosperous future for themselves, for their nation, for people everywhere. Finally, give them the spiritual insight and prudence to know and recognize their own God-given dignity, the dignity of the men they meet, the universal dignity of the human race. Prosperity and adversity make them ever mindful that they are humble stewards of thy great bounty. We ask your blessing, O Lord. We commend these students to you. Amen. This great class of 1985 takes their step into the future. Let's give them a standing ovation.